hear it.
Ladies and gentlemen,
What you hear it, listen.
Mr. Cropper here.
X gon' give it to you. Fuck, wait for you to get it on your own. X gon' deliver to you. Knock, knock, open up the door and spread. If the non-stop pop out and stay in the
Let's talk about objectivism, obleftivism, all the crazy shit that's been going on, that's been bothering me. Well, that's not going off smoothly. Obleftivism. Oh, great. That's gone off smoothly, hasn't it? I gotta find my damn window. There it is. Okay. All right, we're golden. I'll try to do that smoother next time. It went okay there for the first few seconds. Now, I've got this quote here, this bit from Existence University. I have to apologize to Existence University. I'm going to be using this bit out of your video just because I need it. And I could go to Charles too, because it's a Charles 2 video, but I don't know which one it is, and I don't know where it's at, and I don't want to take the time. But I just need this little teeny snippet here. I apologize for not talking about what's in this video. It's about Charles 2 in that drama. Pardon me, I have a head cold. You'll just have to excuse that. I'm sorry. And so let's listen to this little bit here.
My problem with Yaron is that he exhibits the mentality that most people from the Ayn Rand Institute exhibit, which is one of appeasement toward the mainstream. He has an overriding concern with being taken seriously.
All right, that's what's upsetting me right now. I came back to objectivism. I took a break. I was demonetized. I said, oh, what the hell? Who needs Mr. Cropper? There's the Ayn Rand Institute. Everybody's doing their thing. Then I saw Charles 2 standing there in his bedroom with a freaking Christmas blanket behind him, making $1,500 a month on Patreon, making objectivist videos, like strongly objectivist videos, like not fluff or nonsense, but like speaking to real objectivists. And I said, what the hell is going on? $1,500 a month? Are you kidding me? So I come out and start swinging, thinking, well, maybe, maybe the world needs or wants, maybe there's support, maybe there are people who are willing to support. I come out swinging. And I start causing riots. I just put standard run-of-the-mill objectivist stuff, and I'm causing riots and being unfriended, and people hate me and stuff. And then a joke once in a while pisses people off too. That's what's pissing me off, is these people who are virtue signaling and trying to be virtuous and trying to get along with everybody. So here on Robert Garmong's post about Ari Armstrong, I just want to show what happens. He says, Robert Garmong says, I look forward to one day reading Ari's book, but I do find this to be a good start. Right? He's just trying to be nice. He mentions here that this stuff's been discussed in objectivist literature. Now we come down a bit, excuse me, and Ari comes in. Ari says, what's ridiculous, Robert, is for you to summarize my view as parenthood isn't selfish. Now Ari is trying to make the case that parenthood is selfish, but it's not. It doesn't promote your survival. Therefore, it's not selfish in Ayn Rand's way, because Ayn Rand's whole theory is about survival, which just shows that he doesn't understand Rand's theory. It is not about survival. Survival is just the backdrop. It's just the necessary thing. Life is the basic existential fact that you need in order to have values. Excuse me. So he says, my view is that parenthood is perfectly self-interested if we reach a proper conception of self-interest, which Rand's theory does not. Who wants to be friends with this guy? All right. So do you seriously think I've neglected the relevant literature? Ari, if you haven't neglected the relevant literature and you have read it, you are worse, you are more of an idiot than anybody has even said. If you really have gone through all the arguments that the objectivists have made on this stuff, and yet you persist, see, look, I'm causing riots. These people are going crazy. And I came back, I had like 79 things on my Facebook thing. Look, Ari, if you've gone through the relevant material and you still publish this garbage, that speaks for itself, okay? Now Robert says, Ari Armstrong, I'd be respectful of your approach if you hadn't come at it as the negative statement that it was. I'm not a fan of your approach. I'm sorry, you're done. Okay, so it upsets me that there is this cleavage now in the objectivist community, apparently, between between Robert Garmong and myself, and people who would act like myself and people who would act like Robert Garmong. Robert Garmong would sling an insult and then the next day take it back and try to be friends with everybody. And I sling an insult because the guy deserves it and he's an idiot. And everybody says, oh, Mr. Cropper, blah, blah, blah. Well, listen, goddammit to hell. These ideas are serious. And if you guys are going to take Ari more seriously than me, that does not say anything about me. That says something about you, okay? Now, I think there's probably more stuff that I wanted to go over. I'm trying to define Obleftivism, aren't I? That's the point about this. And Obleftivism, to me, is the group of objectivists who think that they need to be worried about what people think of them. Our ideas stand on the merits of our ideas. It doesn't matter what people think of us. And how are you going to get, as we just saw with Ari there, Robert Garmong bending over backwards to be nice to Ari, and then Ari slinging insults at Robert. And then at the end of it, what does Robert say? Robert says, you're done, to Ari. How well did that work out? So Robert Garmong has berated me in public, corrected me in my approach after using the same approach, takes the moral high ground, tries to be friends with Ari, ends up with a scuffle with Ari anyway, and they both walk away calling each other names at the end. Now, who's right? Mr. Cropper is right about this. Ari is not our friend. Ari is a flippin' idiot. He says things in public that are wrong, provably wrong. We can just point to literature that's already published that disproves the things he says, and yet he persists in publishing it. And Robert Garmong tries to be friends with him, and then they end up in a scuffle anyway. So thank you, Robert Garmong, for trying to make me look bad, and you got all these virtue signaling Obleftivists coming and attacking me and saying that I'm being rude and inappropriate. And then at the end, Ari is rude and inappropriate to you, and you have to walk away from it. So my view of this situation was the same going into it as it is coming out. But some of you need to change your view of these people. You are not going to befriend them. Okay, they are idiots. They are swine. They are scumbags. They are dirtbags. They attack good ideas with bad ideas, and some of them even think that they're doing well by doing it, which just shows how deluded they are. All of you are just in these comments saying, I think Ari's intentions are good. Who cares about his intentions? What about his ideas? You guys are not objectivists if you're not worried about his ideas. All you care about is his intentions. Maybe we can get him to come over to our side. He's a dishonest, lying bastard, which may have good intentions. He might have good intentions. You guys don't know about the road to hell, do you? You guys don't know about Soviet Russia, do you? You don't know about the good intentions behind every totalitarian situation in history, do you? Hoi polloi. So this is what I'm defining the left as, the Obleftivists, as people who I cannot see any light of day. I want to see some light of day between insane Democrats and objectivists, okay? If I can't see any light of day between your position and an insane Democrat position, you are an Obleftivist. Now then, how many Obleftivists, I don't know, I'm new to this thing, and I'm only doing it because I'm being attacked by people for standing up for Rand's ideas. I'm only doing because all this garbage with Robert Garmong. Damn it, Robert. I have respect for everything you've ever said or done except taking back that attack against Ari. Okay. And the open borders, too. We've got to dismantle the welfare state. And then let's talk about that for a second. If this is a problem with the Obleftivists. We've got to open borders, this and that. Open borders are fine if you're not paying people to come here and engorging the government and enlarging the state and giving an excuse to grow more, right? We have these programs where everybody deserves so much money and food or whatever, and then you bring in thousands or millions of people, and so then the government's going to have to grow to accommodate that. Now, an objectivist who can't see the cause and effect there is what I call an obleftivist, okay? Now, somebody said, well, you're just talking about tactics. I want to do away with the welfare state and then have open borders. If we do it in reverse, we get what we have in Europe. We get the rape of Europe. Now, they're saying, oh, it's just an issue of tactics. Okay, well, what if I told you we need the tanks out in front and the artillery behind? And you say, no, the artillery should go out in front. We'll keep the tanks at the back. All right, that's just an issue of tactics, right? Okay, so it is just an issue of tactics. Now, tactics can decide the whole war, okay? We can lose this whole goddamn thing. Just look at Europe. They let their borders down without taking their welfare state apart. And look at what they get. All right? Now, you guys say what you think Obleftivism is. And if they are running the Ayn Rand Institute and they are going to be cowards and they're not going to face our enemies, then I'm going to take over this son of a bitchin' thing. I'm not going to sit back and watch it be run by a bunch of pussies who want to be friends with our fucking enemies, god damn it. All right, there. What is Obleftivism? Say in the comments, and I'll do more videos in the future. And maybe Charles is an Obleftivist because he doesn't like vulgarity and I just said the F word. But listen, these ideas are serious. And they're more serious than being taken seriously by a bunch of damn idiots who want to run concentration camps. Do you realize there are people on the left who lay awake at night fantasizing about torture chambers? They fantasize about what sort of tortures they will administer when they get power. Okay? Now wake up, you sons of bitches. Mr. Cropper is going to take over the objectivist situation, apparently. All right, let's talk about it.